Apple Gift Card is a practical gift that unlocks a world of entertainment and fun. You can send it via email or give a physical card to your loved ones. Your friends and family can spend it on their favorite Apple services, including Apple subscriptions. Apple Gift Card can be used to buy all things Apple: products, accessories, apps, games, movies, TV shows, iCloud Plus, and more. Visit apple.com for details and to send Apple Gift Cards to your friends and family this holiday season.
Okay, what's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of the TMossBoss Show. Now, what I've been seeing for the past, maybe 24, 48 hours, I can't remember if it was yesterday or the day before when this news came out, but there's this rapper, I think August Alsina? I think that's how you say his last name, but anyways, so he comes out and says that he's had this relationship with Jada Pinkett Smith for years. Like, he didn't say how many years, but he said he's had a relationship with her for years. And here's the thing, I don't care who you say that you're in a relationship with, but if it's somebody that is clearly married, I mean, sit down and think about it. Who has Jada Pinkett Smith been married to for since we were born, before we were born? I'm saying I feel like it's an obvious hint, who she married to. I mean, you see her, see him in photos. She has his last name. It's Will Smith. It's the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, for those that don't know. But I'm saying, say that you were in a relationship with somebody a little bit more believable. That's why I know a lot of people. And that's something that I don't necessarily believe with Will Smith and Jada Pinkett Smith. I don't know. Maybe they came out and said it somewhere, but I hadn't seen it. So if there is a video, please send it to me of these guys talking about it or saying it. But yeah, I always hear people say that they're in an open relationship. And it's one of those rumors where it was it's just not believable. I guess I've been through that so many times where you will hear rumors about some celebrity and it's not real. For an example, people were trying to say that Lady Gaga, she was, I think it was, they were either saying that she was a man or she was a hermaphrodite. And I think that there's a hermaphrodite when, she has both privates. She doesn't just have a women's private, she got men and women's privates. So they were saying that, and then I remember there was this video traveling around. They were saying her, her pee-pee popped out on stage, and it's that type of stuff where you're then when you grow up and you get older, you're just oh, these are just tabloids and freaking fake news people and stuff. That's the type of stuff that's fake news. But I'm man, just let the people be. It's that type of stuff where I'm man, it's just celebrities. They can't catch no break. And it's kind of messed up where it's like that, that's why I'm if I ever get to that status where I got millions of, eventually when it does happen, but I'm look, don't start no rumors about me. Don't say oh, TMossBoss, he might, I don't know, he might be actually white and his skin doesn't match in some parts of his bodies. That's why I'm yeah, it's stuff like that where I'm don't start no dumb rumors about me and stuff. That's why I'm and that's why I had to say the Will Smith and Jada Pinkett Smith rumor about their open relationship. Let me just see. Jada Pinkett Smith and Will Smith, open marriage or open relationship. Oh, so it's just all the latest that about, but that's where it's all you don't necessarily hear these guys getting with other people, or it's if other people, August Alsina is probably the only one that's really came out and said some stuff about him being in a relationship with Jada Pinkett Smith, and then obviously those rumors got shut down. And so that's why I'm when you don't hear that with other celebrities. I don't know what they be doing behind doors. But I'm just saying, I don't hear that with other celebrities. Plus, that's the one thing that I have to say that I really, really respect about Will Smith is when he came out and said, how him and Jada got into a relationship. That was like the one story that I like. I mean, anything that Will Smith does or is in, like I always like, have respect for it. But that was I had to say that's like the number one thing that I would have to say that I really did like what he said and things was that he went into it because I think he was saying that he was originally married to another woman. He thought it was Jada Pinkett Smith, but turns out it was the baby moms of his first child. So but that's the thing. He was just like, I'm just going to, and I feel like that should have canceled out. Like I feel like that's like things that people don't really pay attention to, and that's something that I just thought of right now, where it's like if he was open, or if he had one of those like open relationship personalities and things, maybe he could have ran that past his first wife. And I don't know, maybe he did, she just wasn't with it. But yeah, I'm like, I would imagine that he's just like, oh, okay, I'm gonna try to get with Jada Pinkett Smith and be in the marriage. But that was a thing where his wife, and that's another thing. His wife was all like, I think she was the one that brought up a divorce, saying like, how can you be with somebody that you don't love? I think that's what he said. And so overall, like, that open relationship thing was like out the window. Plus, he even said himself, he was all like, he's only gonna be faithful to one woman. He's, he ain't gonna sleep around, cheat, or he ain't gonna divorce her for somebody else and things. So, anyways, he ends up getting the divorce, ends up like knowing, because I think he got confused on who it was, Jada Pinkett Smith was, but I think he said he seen her on TV, thought it was her, ended up getting with another woman, and so. But then he eventually does get with Jada Pinkett Smith, and then I'm like, but that's he wasn't sleeping around. I felt like I honestly, and that's why I'm not to speak on Will Smith's name or speak up for him and things or say anything like for him. I don't know, but anyways, he just doesn't seem like that. He didn't really at the time being he didn't really care about no other woman besides Jada Pinkett Smith. So I'm like, that's why I'm like, that whole open relationship thing, and I'm, that's something that I wouldn't be with. I'm like, nah, it's either me, you, or this relationship has to end. I think I talked about that in those relationship advice episodes I used to do with Reddit. I haven't done one of those in a while. Maybe I should do one of those one of these days, but I don't know. I just didn't have like no desire on doing it. I was like, I wanted to do something different, but I'll admit it has been a while since I've done one of those episodes. But people have talked about that before, so I'm not necessarily saying that open relationships just doesn't exist, but I'm just saying that this open relationships thing that they're trying to ship with Will Smith and Jada Pinkett Smith, I personally just don't believe in that. I'm sorry. But I'm like, I don't know. I just feel like if you like truly love somebody, you truly want to be with somebody, you're not going to ruin that with being with somebody else and things. I don't know. It's something that I'm not with. It's something that I would imagine a lot of people are not with. But I highly doubt that Jada Pinkett Smith and Will Smith they're with that. And I don't know, like maybe let's go. Well, I feel like Wikipedia won't be a reliable source, But yeah, it was crazy. It was Will Smith. He came out and denied it. Jada Pinkett Smith. It's crazy. I want to know like how, because he's seen that. And I would imagine he's seen the whole situation with Shane Dawson. Because Shane Dawson. To speak on Shane Dawson a little bit more. So I had watched this video. I can't remember if I did talk about that, but he did this. Like that's why I'm like, dang, does Shane Dawson like hate the Smith family or something? I'm like, this man ain't even came out and apologized to them or anything. Like, he just took the two tweets from Jada Pinkett Smith and Jaden Smith and just, rode with it, I guess. But, no, I'm like, that's what I'm like trying to figure out. Like, I wonder if Will Smith's seen all that stuff. I would like to know how he felt about that. They need to get Will Smith on a TV show or something and interview him. Because I'm like, bruh, that's some crazy stuff right there. Like, how does that make you feel that this like YouTube personality and things? Because I would consider Will Smith a YouTuber now, and today it's just crazy to think that's something where it's like if somebody would have came to me and said that Will Smith is gonna be a YouTuber one day, I would have had like two thoughts running through my head is that it's never gonna happen because this is a movie, man. If anything, he'll reboot Fresh Prince of Bel-Air before he steps into YouTube. I just feel like that at one point in time, YouTube just wasn't a place for like actors and TV stars, but you see them with like YouTube channels. You see where they're like getting into that like vlogs or posting stuff on social media. So they're more into it than they were back then. Or I would have been like, oh yeah, it's probably gonna happen and it's just gonna be so weird and random and things. But Anyways, going back to let's see, Wikipedia. That's his first name, huh? That's just crazy to think. Like, I don't know. I'm always gonna refer to him as Will Smith. I can't call him like a different name. I mean, unless that's what he, wants. Then I'm like, all right. But I'm just like, it's just gonna be weird. But anyways, so they say he married Jada Pinkett. Dang, it's just this. You just like your whole life, you just go saying like Jada Pinkett Smith. Then you see her like actual like name that she was going by before she married Will Smith. I'm like that. I don't know. I'm like nah. It's something that you just can't unsee. Like it doesn't like yeah. I'm like I'm not. I can't. I don't know. I can't necessarily like see myself calling her just Jada Pinkett. Like that'd be weird. But anyways, so yeah, talk about how she tried out for Fresh Prince of Bel Air, but the role was given to Nia Long. I don't know why I'm like that because I've seen people where it's like Nia, but I'm like, no, it ain't Nia. No, it's not Nia. It's Nia Long. It's Nia Long. Okay, because I remember saying Nia Long. I don't know. I just haven't said her name in the longest, so that's why I'm like I don't sound right. But anyways, approach and they begin dating. To married, private ceremony. They refer to each other as life partners with Smith saying there's no deal breaker, there's nothing she can do ever, nothing that would break our relationship. She has support. She has my support till death, and it feels so good to get that. It feels so good to get to that space. That is good. That is good. You gotta have like love relationships like that. That's the type of relationship I want. I'm like, there ain't gonna be like, just no end to it. It's just we just I don't want that's the thing. I'm like I don't want to go through like that divorce process. I want to be able to like work things out, listen to the wife of the party and stuff, and just overall work things out. But I'm like hopefully whoever I marry, I hope that's just like the one and only. Like that's I'm gonna make sure I do. I feel like when we do get to that status or when we get married and stuff, I'm like I think I am gonna have to have like a sit down and a talking to. I'm like, look. Now, I don't know if you've been through this type of conversation through like elementary, but I know for me at least, I've had the conversation a couple of times where there's like a few more people I feel like I need to have that conversation with. Definitely, I feel like I hadn't had that conversation with Priscilla from Four Souls. Shout out to Four Souls, but you need to have that best friend talk. Like if you don't have that best friend talk, like are you guys really best friends? It's like signing a contract. You have to like go over it with each other, like ask each other a question like, hey, are we best friends now? And then the other party would say like, yeah, we are best friends. And I had that. I remember one. I felt like I had another one, but I do remember there was one time there was this one kid I used to go to school with. And we had like that discussion and things like, and I remember he asked me about it. And I was just all like, man, I ain't never sat down and thought about it. But yeah, we ride bikes every day. We hang out every day. We walk to school with each other or get a ride from either of our parents and stuff. Yeah, I would say, we hang out. Like, yeah, we're best friends. Yeah, it's cool. But I hadn't talked to that guy in years. I think last time I talked to him was like maybe 2-3 years ago, probably 3 years ago. It's been a while. It's honestly, it actually maybe longer than that. No, it might have been longer than that. It might have been like maybe like 5 or 6 years ago. I can't necessarily remember. Dang, it's been a while. I don't know, but anyways, but no, it ain't even saying anything about them having an open relationship on Wikipedia. And I would imagine like the people that's editing this stuff, like they would check into that and things or ask about it and stuff, but. Nope, nothing. I ain't seen nothing about it. Nope. Celebrate his 50 jump. Bungee jumped out. Oh yeah, I remember that. I need to still watch that video. They say he bungee jumped from a helicopter into the in the Grand Canyon. So that's that's kind of scary. I'm like that's the type of stuff where I'm like I don't know. I don't know. I'm like yeah. Kind of scary. I don't like that. I don't like heights. So I'm like, you know what? Nah, I'm cool. I ain't gonna do that. But anyways, yeah, nothing about no open relationships. So I'm like, I just don't necessarily understand how even a thing like that. Yeah, because it's okay. Will Smith open relationship. Yeah, it's just all this stuff. Maybe I should have Googled this. Which celebrities have open marriages? Yeah, but they're saying, like, I don't know about any of these other guys, but I'm like, yeah, I don't know. But Will Smith and Jada Pinkett Smith, I just feel like that they just have them as number one because that's I think everybody's trying to figure it out. But I mean, it was denied. Like she wasn't in a relationship with August Alsina, so that's what I'm like. I don't understand why people keep like. Then it just came out. Then Will Smith. I feel like I just feel like that. Will Smith, he overall like denied it like a while ago when he was talking about how him and Jada Pinkett Smith met for the first time, and then just denying it today with August Alsina. So that's what I'm like. I don't really believe that whole open relationship thing. I'm sorry. Some people might. If you have the information to send it to me where I can, be like, oh, okay, so it's true. Like, they came out in the video and said it or something, Like, it has to be... Actually, no, let's just do that. Will Smith open marriage. So there's, like, Jada Pinkett Smith opens up about a midlife crisis that changed their marriage. Jada Pinkett Smith opened up about open marriage to Will Smith. He could... It was like 7 years ago. Okay, let's hear this.
What do you say to the rumors? There's a persistent rumors, y'all, right?
Always. I think that people.
Well, yeah, many of us appeal to when we try to get our own situations. Right? Like, look, you and Will and Jada? Well, yeah,
I like the idea because Will and I are very relaxed with one another. And I think because, from how I've answered questions of, girl, what would you do if he came home and this and that, or being married to a big superstar like Will, how do you deal with other women? And my answer is always, I've always told Will, you can do whatever you want as long as you can look at yourself in the mirror and be okay. Okay?
That's some powerful stuff right there. See, that's okay. And it's like, she ain't saying that so she is overall saying, like, he can do it, but you're going to have to, like, realize, like, this is what you're going to have to live with. And that's something where I'm like, dang, that's some powerful stuff right there. That is some very, very powerful stuff. I hope I don't get because I'm, like, kind of scary of, like, having that and things, because I think it is from a TV show or something. But anyways, but I'm like, dang, that's powerful. That's very powerful. Dang, that's like something where you're like sitting there thinking like, dang, she really said that. Okay. So, I'm like, because that's something where I'm like, I don't know. If, to whoever my future wife is, if she's all like, that's why I'm like, you guys say some things like that so it can get in my head and be like, oh, okay, she's allowing me to do stuff. And then like, then if I do, like, if I ever do decide like to proceed with something, I'm going to be like, dang, wait a second, Because it's like, I feel like her saying that, then it's all like, if she gets hurt or something happens at the end of it. And I don't know. I just feel like that they just have too much of a close relationship and for Will to do some stuff like that. So, that's powerful. That's powerful. I like that. That was a good one. Yeah, that's definitely something where I'm like, you want to use it for yourself, but you're all like, but then whoever you telling that to, then she's going to be all like, didn't you just get that? Didn't you get that from a Jada Pinkett Smith interview? I'm like, dang. She knows. I'm like, well, you know what? Hey, look. I'm like, I'm like, I'm not with the open relationship stuff, and obviously Jada Pinkett Smith and Will Smith, they aren't either. So, I feel like all that stuff has been solved today. Jada Pinkett Smith and Will Smith, they are not in an open relationship. So, anyways, to end that off now, like, I'm like, dang, now it's been settled. Now I can like finally, these aren't like my final thoughts at the end of the night. Where I'm like, dang, are Will Smith and Jada Pinkett Smith in an open relationship? And they're not, so it's good. We all now know. But anyways, I will talk to you guys later. Thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed this episode. If you are new to the channel, YouTube channel, make sure you guys like and subscribe. And if you're viewing this on the podcast streaming service, make sure you follow or subscribe, however it's set up. And if you're purchasing tickets from SeatGeek, make sure you use my promo code TMossBoss. It will knock $20 off your first purchase. And that being said, I will talk to you guys later. Thank you guys for watching, and peace.